Hi everyone, this is Alan. I just thought I'd make a video today. I did some painting, some creating of a design, and I'm going to show you where it is. So here we are. Recently I've told folks that I'm using Redbubble recently, and here's some of the designs. You may get them through Redbubble on here. It's called ICU. Not the ICU, but ICU is a hand created design. It has to do with not hopefully with distraction, not to maybe it's not to distract people, but hopefully it helps people. You know, you can't, and I see that when I print it here that you have to click on it on your Facebook page in order to see it. But this is going to be on Instagram and YouTube. So I'm just showing folks that we have art here and that we are creating art. We are going into a different area of art, typography and handcrafted works. I find that to be maybe more fulfilling for me recently, and hopefully it will be for you. And if you like this kind of art, let me know. I'd be interested in finding out. With Redbubble, they are a big sponsor of artists. I'm not sure if they give to artists or there are 503c, yeah. But nonprofit charity donation. But this is some of my art. Hopefully they do give back to people. But of course, just like most of the stuff online, I don't see them doing even dividends in their stocks. So, yeah, so that's just the nature of the business, I guess. So, yeah, so I have mostly has to do with just print on demand, but I'm really focusing in on the artwork. These are just extras. If you like multiple patterns and leggings and socks and all this stuff, that's great. But what I'm finding and what I've learned is that a lot of people may want less expensive art designs, you know, so, and they may want to put it on their cell phones and so forth to help them not drive not read their text while driving. And that may be good for adults too, for parents. I also did put it on a journal. I think journals are really good for people, especially young people trying to find their way. And also it's a good way of saying thank you in a greeting card. So, and also on a cup, a mug, especially when you're at work and you think you're not being seen or you're not being heard. That can go anywhere, right, with you. I do like the idea that they did bring in the baseball caps, because I do like the baseball caps better than I do the brim, the bucket. The bucket hat kind of gives it a connotation. But anyway, they do have magnets, they have stickers, so put a magnet on your refrigerator, and remember that you are seen, you're acknowledged by yourself at least, if not by others. They do have transparent stickers, which I think is cool too, because you can put it on a window. And that may even help, you know, as a reminder, say on I hate to say it, but on your car window, you know, as you enter the car, you can see the ICU kind of next to the lock or something like that. And it says, okay, maybe we need to be more conscious of what we're doing when we're driving. Although we do, I'm not going to preach about all that, but I do think it's an issue. I do like the idea of using lettering for pillows and stuff like that, because, you know, people like the idea of, what do you call it, embroidery? Yeah, embroidery. Embroidery is a big thing with golf uniforms and stuff like that, or golf stuff. Hats, shirts, you know, so forth and so on. But I also find it good for say an overnight bag or a tote, even a backpack. You can, give the letters and encourage people to see that they're, they're learning something, and that it goes beyond just the grades. It goes beyond just the work itself. It's all about confidence and inclusion, right? Or encouragement. Let's say that encouragement. But you have a spiral notebook here too. Again, for journaling. I recommend that even for college students while they're working on their essays and their writing and their research, to always have a spiral book next to them, to just take notes on what your resources are. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and I hope, if you want to go into Redbubble and see my account. I'm not sure how they do this. Let me see if I can show you where my account is. It doesn't kind of give you. Here's my store, I guess, Alan Artist 56. I think that's the store. View the shop. Okay, it says view shop, whatever that means. I found it very difficult getting in and out of Redbubble to put my information in and my stuff, but you may not. So here's some of my other stuff. So it is a shop, and my shop is called Art 56, Alan Artist 56, and of course what I do is I have designs here and old paintings, and I'm going to have new paintings in the future, and I'm putting them print on demand, and I'm putting them on merchandise until someone comes along and they say, oh, we would like you just to paint for our gallery or your museum or stuff like that. As a disabled individual with a dog and a family, I'm not able to go and get out to the galleries and out to the public, and nor do I drink, drug, or smoke. So, which is a good thing, I think. So maybe this will help encourage other future artists, such as disabled artists and their representatives, that are hopefully not disenfranchising them, because that was a big issue on the news recently. Having artists, but also having disabled artists in the galleries, but being disenfranchised by being charged so much to use the galleries. Okay, so I'm preaching too much today, so I'm going to let you go, and hopefully you continue to read and create. And don't forget to have books out on Amazon. Alan Adrian Tompkins, author. So, yeah. Okay. So, okay. Keep on creating, folks. Good luck. Bye-bye.